Alright, here we're here with more Amstrad Action. It is that time of the week again. We get to look at another issue of Amstrad Action. Here's issue number 57, June 1990. £1.45 still. Britain's best-selling magazine for the CPC. It's war, apparently. Tarkin smashes out on the CPC. AA rates the 30 greatest blast 'em ups of all time. Wagglers, the inside story. This does not look safe. Plus 25 joysticks to be won. Writing a Mega Game Part 2, Tools of the Trade. Gallery studying readers' art. European Computer Trade Show scoops. Cheat Mode 2 is here, full details inside. Free for all, PD software to blow your socks off. Antarica Emotion, Pipe Mania, World Cup Soccer, Ninja Spirit. Crime. Fight it yourself. A fine example of how to do the job properly. A cracking conversion, easily one of the most successful licenses to date. Sinclair user. Good. Here's our lineup. Scene. George Bush by CPC exclusive. Oh. Reaction. He's now so queer as folk. Give him stick. Everything you ever wanted to know about joysticks, but couldn't be bothered to ask. Here we got Emotion. US Gold goes subatomic. Pipe Mania. It may be weird, but it's also wonderful. World Cup Italia 90. Better than watching it on the TV. And Tarrakin. A rampaging orgy of destruction. Brill. Type-ins, get that keyboard smoking. Afterthought, all the little juicy bits we had to fit in somewhere. And Total Destruction, an action test special. Tarkin versus the 30 best violent games of all time. And the Balrog makes Conan the Barbarian look like a florist. The fanged adventurer rides out once more. Football mad! Blimey, the World Cup's come around again. Doesn't seem like 4 years since the last one, does it? I might as well come clean right now and admit I can't stand football. Just a lot of overgrown kids charging around a pitch, kicking a ball and screaming and shouting for 90 minutes. Still, the game must have some charm, because World Cup fever is definitely upon us. For a start, there's the admittedly rather good World Cup Italia 90 from Virgin reviewed this issue, as well as a few old chestnuts turning up again in the World Cup compilation from Empire, reviewed on page 56. And on their way, Italy 1990 from US Gold and Deep Breath, Adidas World Championship Football from Ocean. As if all that wasn't enough, Joystick Maker Dynamics is selling a special range of joysticks decked out in the colours of your chosen team. I give up, I really do. Yeah, World Cup Soccer. Official game, except no substitute. Licensed by Olivetti, official supplier, Italia 90. Scene. Summer software spree. Annual industry quiet time fails to materialise. Major releases in the offing. Yeah, not quiet time this time. There's definitely more games to be reviewed in this issue. As the summer warms up, the leisure software market usually cools off to near absolute zero. But not this year, it seems. Indeed, it looks like software publishers are shifting their marketing emphasis heavily towards the middle of the year. More summer releases than ever before are planned, indicating a whole new approach game software marketing. Okay. Buoyed by the World Cup, perhaps, the US goals and oceans of this world are looking to their hottest ever gaming summer. So it's official. The summer lull is history. The names and the frames. A glance at the major houses' release schedule tells the story. US Gold takes the lead with a catalogue of major titles. Italy 90, Crackdown, Emotion, and the Dynasty Wars are all seen as major mini-spinners for the Birmingham-based company. Meanwhile, Ocean has tied up a few neat arcades. Sly Spy and Shadow Warriors are two to keep the wolf from the door, while Activision is virtually flooding the market with conversions and original product. Ninja Spirit, Sonic Boom, Bomber, etc. Domark is still riding high on the success of Castle Master and is set to follow up stunners like Cyberball and Clax. Winds of change. Traditional wisdom stated that during the summer months games would die on the shelves as consumers followed outside pursuits and spent their money on holidays and sports. US Gold's tentative adventure last July with Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade paid massive dividends. However, it seems this quarter is being as important as Easter or autumn. So why the sudden change in attitude? For a start, the European Computer Trade Show gives a whole industry a surge in spring energy as companies vie for glory. Major media events, last year movies, this year the World Cup, gave the season form and focus. While the continual proliferation of machines and software houses means that there are more consumers to buy and more products to sell, and with so much competition, no one can afford to miss the slightest gap. US Gold's Danielle Woodyard explains the company's new philosophy. There is no summer lull for US Gold. Previously, we tended to concentrate around Christmas, then Easter, then the build up to the PC show, but now it's all year round. There's a big summer market out there. Kids have got money, they're bored. Summer for us is very busy. We have a major launch coming up this summer for a start. Console impact. There's also another altogether more machine-specific reason for the sudden upsurge in interest in CPC games this summer. The new CPC Plus and CPC console. With the launch of the new Super Machine, it's imperative that companies get their Z80 teams together and ready to run. The amount of games being produced and converted could well be a dry run for September when the new machine and its specification become public knowledge. So at last it appears the summer is to see off the spectre of the summer slump. Games players can expect a wider choice of, and due to competition, higher quality of software than ever before. The industry is at least shaking off the cyclic habit of Christmas, Easter, PC show, Christmas. In the past, this led to insane volumes of product followed by a month in the doldrums. Not anymore. Galloping success. All those readers who have been writing in asking for a software chart are now going to get their wish. Amstrad Action has tied up a deal with chart specialist Gallop, and the magazine will soon be sporting a regularly updated list of the country's top 20 top-selling games. Brill! Domar's Clax is set to make its debut this summer. Conix aims for 1 million. Conix joysticks may now be sold by Spectra Video, but they're still major sellers in their own right. Indeed, 50,000 eager punters have bought Conix Wagglers in just the first 3 months of 1990, already half as many as the total numbers sold last year. Conix sells not just in the UK, but all over the world, and this year the company is aiming high. Our target for 1990 is 1 million units, says Conix MD Peter Perisovich. New products are expected to appear from Conix later in the year. The company has invested over £1 million in research and development over the past 12 months. Shopper show gains a day. I ain't reading that. It's hard to read. Lessons to us all. Following AA's education special, AA55, quite a lot's been happening on the learning scene. Latest news is from Prisma Software, which is not a household name to CPC owners, but which has been producing educational software exclusively for schools. Now, however, the company is branching out with the release of its Play and Read series in home computer form. Parents are beginning to realise the potential of such software, explains Jason Salisbury of Prisma. There is a definite need there. It's grown over the past couple of years. The Play and Read series consists of more than just software, however. There are 12 individual packs in the series, which can be used together or individually. And each pack consists of a cassette, a computer game, and 5 illustrated storybooks. First, children listen to a story on the cassette, then become familiar with the words used via the computer game. Finally, they can put their new vocabulary to use reading the accompanying books. The series caters for ages from 4 to 9 and includes lessons on reading, spelling, writing, and reasoning. Each package costs $19.99 and will be available in selected branches of Boots, various department stores, and all good computer shops. Play and Read is coming out on all the major formats. Naturally, we wanted to know what Prisma thought of the CPC. It's very good, was the reply. What about that educational store at the BBC, we asked. Things are changing. Prisma software's yeah. Learn to read with Prof. The complete reading tutor. Learn to read with Prof, a new trend in educational software. Windows on the CPC. How many people got caught out on April 1st then, eh? You'll notice that us kind types on Amstrad Action didn't indulge in the usual annual wind-up. But that doesn't stop us saving the teasers some of the others printed. For example, New Computer Express carried a story about a new Amstrad transputer add-on board using endochronic parallel diffusers, alongside one about a team of scientists spotting viruses on disks with neural in-use electron scan microscopes. Best of all, though, was the one on the cover of the wacky newsletter. Exclusive multitasking on the CPC, screamed the headline, and it's accompanied a screenshot of Microsoft Windows up and running on a CPC. Nice one, lads. The only problem is it's spelled Microsoft, not Microsoft. Yeah. But I haven't seen SymbiOS before, though, have they? Basic gets blitzed. SPM Software is launching a new BASIC compiler for the CPC. The Blitz BASIC compiler is reckoned to give speed increase of up to 20 times compared to original BASIC code, and also supports all standard graphics, sound, and interrupt commands, as well as RSXs. The formidable list of features includes all runtime keywords, integer real string, standalone code, RSX support, detailed manual, codes with programs of any size, fast loading code, compact code, backups allowed. Blitz does require the bank RAM, so it will only run on the 6128. However, the code produced will run on all CPCs. Price will be $19.95, and AA will be bringing you a full review just as soon as we get our copy. 3 minutes of fun. Fans of those 0898 chat lines who are fed up with saucy Samantha's Swedish lessons and naughty Noreen's nighty line, I know I am, can now call up self-styled industry megastar Mel Croucher for 3 minutes worth of wit, satire, comment, and gossip. The fun line is operating even as you read this. Charges are the usual 25p, 38p off-peak peak. Mel Croucher's new 3-minute fun line starts on May 7th. Trash from Micronet. Micronet subscribers can now play a new game, and AA can reveal that it's trash. No, it's actually the name of the game. Users can find out whether it actually lives up to its title right now simply by typing in the keyword Star Trash. The game lands you in the role of pan-dimensional refuse officer, and you have to chunter around, clearing up the universe and solving puzzles by means of your psionic powers. Ultimately, you may achieve the coveted rank of Lord or Lady. Up to 64 people can play Trash simultaneously, and online charges for Micronet subscribers are 2p per minute off-peak and 8p per minute peak. Prestel users can also climb on the dust cart, but it'll cost them 6p off-peak and 12p peak. Non-subscribers can also play, but they'll have to pay the usual 25p off-peak, 38p peak rates via CallStream. All format transfer service for CPC. PCW World is the country's largest independent PCW user group. So what's that to us CPC owners? Well, it's now offering a file transfer service, whereby data can be transferred from 3-inch disk to any one of the 500 different formats and vice versa. Since the CPC's disk format is as near as damn identical to the PCW's, PCW World can do the same for AA readers. Formats handled include PC, 360K, 720K, and 1.2 megabyte, Apple Macintosh, ST, BBC, and all the other major players, together with such weirdos as the K-Pro, Einstein, RM Nimbus, Sanyo, and more. The service costs $5.95 per disc transferred, but that includes postage, packing, and insurance, destination media, and VAT. And it's about half going commercial rate. PCW World Gary Austin says that CPC owners are more than welcome. We already have many CPC owners using the service. Train spotting. As if in response to AA reader demand, Houston has announced that it is to relaunch its two famous train sims, Southern Belle and Evening Star, in a single package. Both games are detailed representatives of authentic steam trains, allowing you to explore the finer points of rail history at first hand. Trains at first glance may appear to lack the instant excitement of space battles and death dealing on a large scale, but Southern Belle nevertheless scored a massive 81% way back in AA2. The two-game pack will sell for $12.99 or $17.99 on disc. A bargain price for 2 train trips into Locomotive Legend, and it's cheaper than a BR away day, Super Blue Saver return, or a rail card to just about anywhere. More Houston news involves that man AA loves to praise, Raf Chico, the creator of Cybernoid and Ixalan. He's been slaving away over a hot keypad to bring us Stormlord 2 Deliverance in the next few weeks. Stormy is in hell this time, and he has to get his friends, the fairies, back from the clutches of the wicked Black Queen in an action-packed blast 'em up crammed with strategy gameplay. The graphics are risque as last time, but it'll pay to have a joystick and a cold shower ready shortly. Football focus. Guess what? There's another football game on the way. This time it's from Grand Slam. It does have one big advantage though. It's the official England license. Mind you, many would see this as a double-edged sword, bearing in mind England's rather lackluster performance in the European Championships a few years back. As Grand Slam's Duncan Lothian states, however, fans everywhere will be able to rerun the World Cup to their heart's content, i.e. until England win it again. The package will have rights to use any of the players named in the final England 22 for Italy, with realistic injury stats, so that if Barnes is injured, for instance, he can play Neil Webb, no relation. The license also gives Grand Slam's little baby a greater life expectancy than certain Italian-based games one could mention. Soccer is not only set to take over the full-price sector this summer, the budget ball boys are out in force too. The obvious front-runner in the field has to be Matchday from Hit Squad, a midly famous footy sim. It's quite simply the first really good soccer game on the CPC. This old rave, 89% in AA2, has the streets at an amazing transfer price of £2.99. Colt, the sports management specialist, is knocking on the soccer door too. It has pulled 2 sims from the fire to keep players and managers alike busy over the summer layoff. British Super League and European champions should both test footballing instincts to the limit. The first is a foray into mythical 16-way challenge against the very cream of UK soccer, while Football Champions lets players explore the mysteries of the lower divisions, as well as the glories of the first. Both retail at £2.99. Are England heading for a kicking on screen as well as on the pitch? Sierra Loan. Thelamis has borrowed the keys to a Q8 Ford Motorsport Sierra RS Cosworth 4x4 and is offering CPC owners a spin in its new rally sim. Called, not surprisingly, Q8 Team Ford Rally, it gives the computer driver the opportunity to throw thousands of pounds worth of expensive metal around at high speeds over 3 completely different tracks. With 3 levels of difficulty, it even allows drivers to deviate from the set course in search of a better time. But at the risk of antagonizing the old Bill, spectators are even reported to wander onto the pothole-filled track, much like Avon County Council A Road. The rally maps and all should begin later this summer. Push pedal to the metal with Thalamus. The pack is back. Due to the unprecedented success of the 3-pack of Monopoly, Scrabble, and Cluedo last Christmas, Vision has bundled all 3 properly together for the first time and called them Mind Stretchers. At $19.99 for either the tape or disc pack, it may be a pocket stretcher, but it should also bundle in enough long-term board game amusement to make wet Sunday afternoons a thing to look forward to. Town planning. SimCity, the award-winning simulation of city development, is undergoing its CPC conversion. French funster Infogrames should have the game with us shortly. As a godlike mayor, you have to choose from what money is spent where, and getting the priorities right is vital. Are schools more important than roads? Are shops needed more than hospitals? Find out the hard way as you help to build a utopian brave new world. Further French connections are to be made in the re-release of Pinball Simulator for the CPC. This pin table extravaganza differs and that allows players to build their own tables to play on with its construction set. Released as part of Infogrames' classic collection, it sounds aptly named. Here we go, got a screenshot of SimCity. Beats Lego any day, apparently. Reaction. There's just so much mail this month. Reaction has had to spill out over 4 pages. Is that normal? 4 pages? Complete Madman. Yo, AA. Here is my prediction for the year 2001, if the planet is still around. Top 10 chart. Computer Hits, Volume 106, Bo Jolly. Professional Mindless Violence Simulator, Codemasters. Professional Simulator, Codemasters. Joe Blade 26, by Players. Space Wheel Dizzy, by Codemasters. Robocop, by Ocean. Space Invaders, by Hori Soft. Formula 1 Simulator, Mastertronic. Will that still be around? Professional Boot Boy Simulator, Codemasters. Pong, the official version, Hori Soft. And to round things off, a heavy metal poem. Take it away, Cyril. There is no better than the CPC. Get one, I'm sure you'll agree. You want proof? Proof I'll give. Get an Amstrad, then you'll live. The colour's amazing, the sprites are smooth, and by lummy, they can move. It's got a megasonic chip. The sound produced is really hip. It comes complete with 12 games free. Yep, all good and knelt on the fee. With all that backup, I'm sure you'll agree, there's no better than a CPC. Cliche. Go on, despite Amstrad. It'll be the best computer you've ever had. The world graphics will drive your retinas mad, and it won't be just a passing fad. P.S. I'm in a manic state of depression. My funds are low, and I'm one sarnie short of a picnic. Maybe the undoubted pleasure of software winner will make a happy man of me. Paul Stapleton, Brighton. Apparently not. Apparently he's not a software winner. Well. Autumn upgrade. I've been thinking of upgrading my Amstrad for a 16-bit computer, but then hearing the news on the new Amstrad coming out in the autumn, I've decided to wait. But one thing I would like to know is whether I can upgrade my old Amstrad with an expansion ROM to plug in the back of the computer instead of spending a lot of money to buy a complete new system. Adam Beard, Harpenden. Afraid not, Adam. As we understand, the hardware enhancements the new machine will feature go a lot further than extra RAM or ROM. Angela Alum lives. They seem a strange heading to you. Recently someone sent a package to me, but it was returned marked deceased. I can assure everyone out there that I am alive and kicking. Actually, I am self-employed on the Enterprise Allowance Scheme, and I'm worried in case other packages or letters have been returned in the same way. I've told the post office what happened, and so it should get sorted out, so if anything you have sent me has been returned, try again. I'm not dead. Angela Alum, Bracknell. Ageist attitudes. I'm a 12-year-old boy, and I'm sick and tired of the way I get treated as like a 9th-class person. Last Monday, I went down to a certain computer shop to see what software they had. When I asked the nice man behind the counter if they stocked the porn, he went off to show another customer an ST. Am I a lipper? Do my socks smell? I wish that computer shops would treat under 16s like normal people. Robert Melody, Purley. The reason you didn't get treated like a normal person, Robert, is you don't look like you've got money. There will always be some shops where the assistants make a beeline for big spenders, never mind who was there first. Of course, it backfires on them in the end. If you get bad service when you're 12 years old and shopping for software, you're not you're not going to go back there when you're 18 and shopping for hardware, are you? I hope all you retailers out there are listening. Cool. Attack of the Robots. I'm an electronics apprentice trying to design and build a mini robot arm for my Amstrad CPC 6128. I was told that to be able to do this, I would need a black box plugged into my computer. I then remembered your major advertiser, Data Electronics, and they had a box called Robotech, which seemed ideal. I rang Data Electronics only to get the reply that they no longer sell them. His back page makes no mention of the ROM either. Can anyone help me? And in my despair, perhaps AA could start a series on the subject like DTP. Martin Toogood, Stevenage Hertz. Well, is there anyone out there who can help? We've printed Martin's full address just in case. As we're running a series on robot arms, we're not entirely convinced that's of mainstream interest, Martin. But of course, if you will write in. I'm a young girl who likes tennis but never has anyone to play against. So I've decided to attempt building a robot that's programmed to play tennis on different levels. I have some idea how to start. I would be most grateful if you might know how to program it, what sort of materials I will need, and how to construct the body. It does not matter what weight and height it is, but the cost should be as low as possible. I know that you are very busy, but if you could take the time to write back giving me some advice, I'd be very grateful. Sarah Manning, Royston, Hertfordshire. My advice is to forget it, Sarah. I'm sorry, but what you want to build would be beyond the top brains in the world. The hard part is not programming a robot to play tennis, or to do anything else, for that matter. The hard part is building a robot in the first place. Up until now, no one has ever constructed a robot that can stand up and walk properly, let alone run around a tennis court knocking balls back and forth. Our advice is to go and join a tennis club, Sarah, and take some lessons at school. There are bound to be other people to play against there. Will the CPCs have arms? Will robots play tennis? These and many more robotic questions answered. Budgets on disc. In my March 90 AA, I was reading the cheat mode for Fantasy World Dizzy. I would like to know if you can buy the Dizzy games on disc for my CPC 6128. If so, could you tell me where? You also had an advert on page 15 about some games from the Hit Squad costing $2.99 each. Are these on disc, and if so, how do I obtain them? J. Littlefair, Dulverton, Somerton. Unfortunately, budget games are also always supplied on tape because it's the cheapest way. You can occasionally transfer them to disk yourself, but for the most part that's simply impractical. I'm afraid you'll simply have to settle for loading them up from tape. Too much throttle. I have a CPC 6128 and I recently bought a game called Knight Raider, which is made by Gremlin Graphics. In order to start the game, you need to take off from an aircraft carrier, but whenever I attempt to take off, following the instructions fully, I find that the plane crashes even when I pull up on the joystick, which should cause the plane to ascend. Can you help me, please? Have you or any of your readers got any experience for this game on a 6128? Lawrence Valsden, Bexley, Kent. Now, just may be able to help you here. I've played Knight Raider myself and got within an ace of sinking the Bismarck. And I also had this crashing problem. Unless I'm very much mistaken, your trouble is simply that your engine is blowing up. You need to select full throttle to get yourself off the deck of the carrier. But once you're in the air, you must throttle back to around 2/3 or 3/4 to stop your engine from being overloaded. Do you blow up as soon as your Avenger leaves the deck of a Knight Raider? Improper argument. I spent 2 hours typing in Connect 4, type-ins AA54, only to discover that bloody thing doesn't work. When I run the program, it says improper argument in line 50, or words to that effect. I'd be most grateful if you would print an amended line 50 in your out-of-sight mag. Neil Quinney, Alloa, Scotland. Ah, it does work, it does. It does. Be honest, Neil, did you use a typewriter to check your typing? Do all the codes match up? We should add that the old improper argument doesn't necessarily point to a mistake in the line quoted. It could easily be somewhere else. The wheel thing. Whilst playing in the arcades, I spotted a game called Chase HQ. So I had a go, and after wasting about £5 on it, I got my dad to drive me to the nearest computer shop to buy it. Now, after playing it on my Amstrad 464, I still go back to the arcades to play it. Why? Because I prefer using a steering wheel to control my turbocharged Porsche. Now, to my question, does Amstrad make a steering wheel that fits on a 464? If there is such a thing, how much would it cost me, and where might I get one from? Robert Empty Pocket Bryant, Whitstable, Kent. The nearest thing we can find is the Euromax Racemaker control yoke. It'll set you back £29 to £31, depending on whether you buy it in the shops or direct from Euromax. The Euromax Racemaker is as close as you'll get to a steering wheel in your CPC. Helpline. Help needed on Treasure Island Disney, and hints and tips and mags for a never-ending story. Oh. Does anyone have the rails to the Amsoft's fruit machine? And does anyone know where the secret rooms are on Rainbow Islands? Ooh. Every city has a mean street. Shadow Warriors. Shadow Warriors, the latest, greatest, and most ambitious martial arts coin-op game, now rages onto your computer, featuring interactive scenic backdrops. Hang kick, the Phoenix backflip. Shadow Warrior, the hero of the 90s. Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore, Atari ST, Amiga, Ocean Software Limited. Copyright 1989, Tecmo Limited. Give 'em stick. Surely a joystick is a joystick is a joystick. No? Indeed not. The right joystick can mean the difference between becoming a ninja warlord and having your kipper staved in by a bunch of psychotic street thugs. It can mean the difference between a pat on the back from Chuck Yeager and a smack in the undercarriage from 200,000 tons of runway. The difference between collecting all the bits to your chronocyclastic transmutation spigot and being vaporized by a neutron beam. Basically, the right joystick could save your life. Amstrad Action looks at one manufacturer that's made the same joystick for 8 years, and one that's can't make the same joystick for 8 minutes, and one that's blooming well expects you to make your own. A long-running competition pro from Dynamics. Right then, apart from a great big noisy factory, what do you need to make a joystick? Well, first we need to buy all the parts, though we manufacture as much as we can ourselves. And before we accept any product that anyone sends to us, everything is tested thoroughly to make sure that it's up to the standard we require. Obviously, when you get 500,000 microswitches through the door, you don't check out 500,000 microswitches. You would take a sample of those and make sure they're up to the specification that you ordered in the first place. This is why we give a 2-year guarantee. We've got faith in our components. We know that the parts have been tested, that the assembly has been tested, and the finished product has been tested. So you got all the bits, what's next? They go to the assembly line. At the moment, they're assembling black and clear components for the Competition Pro 5000 and the Pro 5000 Clear. You're obviously happy with the quality of your joysticks and you offer this 2-year guarantee, but how long do they really last? It's hard to estimate. If you use it properly, it should last you a lifetime. Almost. If anything goes, it'll be the most vulnerable part, the one that receives the more pressure than anything else, the switches. Our micro switches are expected to last for 3 million operations. Yes. But we can't help noticing that apart from the colour, all your joysticks are, well, they're all the same, aren't they? Yes, but we're working on the best design. I'm not using the word old. There's still a huge market for it. Our joystick is the only one that's copied, even the name. Nobody copies any other joysticks. We think it's a nuisance, but in a way, it's also a compliment. Here you go. Here's your parts of a joystick. Yeah, he did a good job. He lost an eye, but he did a good job. See, this is how you make things. So, build your own joystick. Joysticks don't just grow on trees, you know, or appear out of thin air. Oh no, they have to be assembled from literally millions of tiny components called atoms. These hundreds of individual bits must be carefully split up into complete sets, each containing as many as a dozen bits. Okay, joysticks are actually made of only a few discrete components. Back at the joystick factory, teams of technicians assemble these components, microswitches, fire buttons, connectors, etc. by hand before popping them into the boxes and sending them off to the joystick shop. But one manufacturer, Sonmax, lets you cut out the middleman and assemble your very own waggler. Yes, it's true. Now you too can feel the thrill experienced by Sir Isaac Newton as he assembled the first 24-inch Cassegrain reflector at Mount Palomar. The same thunderous ecstasy as Albert Einstein when he popped the last rivet in the 10 billion gigawatt nuclear cyclotron at Macclesfield Junior School. The same wild ambition as Sir William Herschel when he finally got his infernal combustion engine working. You too can join these scientific giants by assembling with your own bare hands your very own Sonmax Sure Shot. We knew you'd be impressed. Sonmax is selling all the bits and pieces you need to construct your very own waggler for a very much reduced £7.95. Mind you, although the instructions are pretty comprehensive and looked foolproof enough, we decided we ought to test the Sure Shot kit out ourselves. Up to the test. There you go. 1. To start with, make sure you're properly equipped. Though the kit is designed to be assembled by complete dunces with fingers like bunches of sausages, it doesn't hurt to be prepared. Here, you've got some stuff there. But 2. The components should separate easily. If not, apply gentle force when necessary. Get a saw, they'll sort it out. 3. If you do have to use any additional tools, make sure they are the size and accuracy required to deal with delicate components. Get that big giant drill. It's perfectly safe. Nothing could go wrong. 4. Wiring up the microswitches is easy if you follow the wiring plan carefully and systematically. He's already lost an eye. Oh well. Finally, the assembled components should be fitted into the casing and the wiring loom arranged so that it doesn't foul the internal locating pegs as the two halves are brought together. Use the hammer. They'll get it in there. Yeah. It's perfectly fine. The finish result. Yes, it really is that easy. Yeah. Yeah. He's lost an eye. He's fine. More joysticks. Dan Dare 3, The Escape. Released at April 14th, 1990. IBM PC, Atari ST, Amiga, Commodore 64, Spectrum, Amstrad. Little screenshots for each system. The expert's choice. We wanted to know what joysticks the professionals use, and who better to ask than those who use them every day. We had a quick poll around the magazines at Future Publishing to find out who liked what and why. Mark Hyam, Games Editor, ST format. I like the Conix Navigator. It fits very nicely in the hand. Despite the countless others I've tried, the Navigator is still the one for me. Rod Lawton. The Sunmax Sure Shot's my favourite. I like the simple, uncomplicated design. It has a nice light handle. Most importantly though, it's cheap. Adam Waring. It's got to be the Dynamics Competition Pro. Apart from a brief fling with a cheapie which broke within a month, it's the joystick I've been using for years. Trenton Webb. I like the Power Play Cruiser. It's great for killing and maiming and shooting and blasting. You can hit people with it too! Ollie Alderton. The one I played kickoff with is the best. That's the Cruiser, Ollie. Jason Holborn. Technical Editor, Amiga format. The Competition Pro is the best as far as I'm concerned. It's comfortable, reliable, and has a high resolution, which you need when things start to get a bit hairy. You can tell he's a techhead, can't you? Matt Baleby, Editor, Your Sinclair. Blimey! Well, my favourite's the Cheetah 125 Plus. It's a great all-round joystick. Oh, and the Conix Navigator is my favourite as well. It's very comfortable. My other favourite is a Cruiser. It's ace. You can stick it in the disc and hold it in your hand. On the other hand, my favourite is the Competition Pro. It's really sturdy. Hurrah! Yes, thanks, Matt. Colin Campbell, News Editor, New Computer Express. I like the Cruiser. That's a good photo of him, though. Well, we collated the results, processed them, counted them, lost them, and found them again to reveal Future's favourite joystick. As is traditional, we bring you the results in reverse order. Equal fourth place, Sure Shot, 1 vote. Cheetah 125, 1 vote. Third place, Navigator, 2 votes. Second place, Competition Pro, 3 votes. The winner, Cruiser, with 4 votes. So there you have it, a close run thing. And the winner is the Power Play Cruiser. Winner joystick! To celebrate the World Cup, Joystick Maker Dynamics is giving away 25 of its pro competition joysticks. And that's not all. Dynamics is producing a special range of joysticks to represent each team. It's true, you'll be able to buy a Competition Pro in whatever team colours you want. Be they the green and yellow of Brazil, brew, or red, black and white of the USA. Don't make me laugh. Or the wonderfully understated yet sublimely tasteful red and white of England. Hooray! In fact, there are 10 different strips to choose from. They are as follows. England, red and white. Spain, red and yellow. Brazil, green and yellow. Belgium, red, black and yellow. Italy, red, white and green. Scotland, black and white. Isn't Scotland blue? Or deep blue? West Germany, red, black and yellow. Sweden, blue and yellow. Holland, red, white and blue. USA, red, black and blue. Well, I can see why the USA is red, black and blue, otherwise it would be the same as Holland. Now then, we just want you to answer one simple itsy-bitsy little questionnaire in order to qualify for one of these utterly magnificent joysticks. Who's going to win the World Cup? Answers as usual on postcards, please. The competition itself starts on the 8th of June, so that's our absolutely final closing date for entries. We're not stupid. Simply jot down your name and address, the team you picked to win, and the team colours you want your joystick to be in, and send your postcard off to the AA World Cup competition. The first 25 correct entries out of the post bag will secure the owners a Wizzo Competition Pro joystick in their selected colours. Wacky, he's back. Blockbuster. Before you make your first million as a games programmer, there's that small matter of several hundred hours spent slogging over a hot keyboard. Adam Waring tells you exactly what you're letting yourself in for and for what you're going to need, apart from aspirins. Tools of the trade. The professional PDS. Oh, PDS is undoubtedly the best assembler available for programming 8-bit micros. As with everything, though, you pay for what you get. The PDS assembler costs a whopping £500. That seems very expensive. Well, yes, well it is. But anyone who has used it will swear by it. There simply is no better way to write CPC code than with this system. In addition to the £500, you also need a PC, costing at least another £500. And that's for a basic low-spec model. How can £1,000 be justified when all the others cost less than £50? Perhaps an explanation is in order. PDS stands for the Programmers Development Systems. The assembler is designed for professional games writers and is used by most of the major software houses and development teams. It runs on a PC and is linked to the target computer via a cable. The target computer can be a CPC, a Spectrum, or Commodore 64, amongst others. All the code, graphics, music, etc. is stored on the PC and can be assembled and downloaded in seconds. Additionally, because the system can be linked to any popular home computer, the code for one version can easily be transposed to work on another. Compare this to the hassle of continuously loading editors and source code, assembling, quitting the assembler, loading in the graphics and data, running the code, and still having it crash after all that. Spending over $1,000 on equipment is a tall order. However, most freelance programmers get hold of their PDS by getting it as part of a deal with a software house. The company buys you the equipment as part of the advance for writing a game. It is unlikely that a software publisher would invest in an unknown programmer though, so you'll need to use a CPC-based system to start you off. Working together. One of the best ways to beat those programming blues is through teamwork. Writing alongside a friend who's just as enthusiastic as you are is an excellent way to work. It accelerates the learning process by enormously. Discussing the programming techniques with others is an excellent way to come up with new ideas. Two or more viewpoints on the same subject inject vital energy and could produce some innovative concepts. You can keep an eye on each other, making sure that nobody gets too lazy. You don't even have to work on the same project, though that does obviously cut down on the time a program takes to complete. Just having someone to talk to and help you out when the going gets tough is enough. The gallery. Bobby Brown. Yeah. The Man Bros. Okay. This particular sunset is from Pixel Professor A. Berwick from Liz Hans. He's looking at you. Another Berwick masterpiece. I'm sure that is just the loading screen from the Sentinel, but mirrored on itself. Lost in Space, Audrey Berwick's futuristic vision. There's more. Oh. Phil Collins, David Ware of Subington, presents a mean and moody Phil Collins. The Saturn picture isn't set. I Am the Law, Martin McKenney from Swords of Ireland in Ireland dishes out some rough justice. He does look properly angry. As he should be. Expert ninja Mike Wonk shows what he's made of. All you great CPC artists out there stand to win yourselves £20 and the eternal glory of having your pictures printed in AA. So send those pickies in to the address below, together with some brief notes on the paint package and any special techniques you used. Don't forget to include an SAE if you want your disc back. If only I could read the description on those. But white on light blue is not very readable. Paper. Best quality wood free. Low dust spec. Paper not made from wood. Yeah. Forum. Amstrad Action's agony uncle, Adam Waring, sifts through another crop of probs. Can you use an ST Omega with a CPC monitor? Maybe. The DK Tronic 64K RAM pack works on the 464 only, so they give us a screenshot of a disk drive. Good. Interest in logo. Recently, I've got interested in the computer language logo. I read in AA39, December 88, that logo was available as a disk version, but you gave no mention of a tape version. I would be more than grateful if you could help me. Also, is it possible to transfer the disk version to tape? David Murray, Newry, Northern Ireland. Owners of the 6128 get logo free as a program on the CPM disk. This runs under the CPM environment, which means, unfortunately, that you won't be able to transfer it to tape. I'm not aware of any logo packages on tape, but if anyone knows different, enlighten me. Connecting your CPC's green screen to an Amstrad PPC portable should be possible. Probably. Daytail Electronics. Another 3 pages, is it? No, just 2. Okay. Spring Surprise! The European Computer Trade Show. The industry's annual April showcase started on the 1st, but there was no joke. Trenton Webb was there. Yeah, I'm probably not going to read all this. All right. Defenders of the Earth from Enigma Variations. Also got Gilbert, Escape from Drill. I think Gilbert is Escape from Drill, if I remember correctly. We saw a picture of Gilbert before, and the Jurassic. They interviewed something that looked like Gilbert there. US Gold, Dynasty Wars, Shadow Warriors, Italy 1990. Sly Spy. F-15 Strike Eagle. Monty Mole's back as well. We'll be seeing that soon. Ugh. There's Exterminator. That game with the hands. It's crushed them bugs or whatever. Double Dragon 2's coming. Oh boy. Clacks. This is the 90s. This is Clacks. Because of course. I know, it's Count Duckula. Cillian Sweep. Oh boy. Hammerfest beating a path to the CPC soon. Fighter bomber. Oh no, the Wombles even. You're going to get the Wombles. Fireman Sam and Super Ted. Good. Exactly what we want. Cheat mode book offer. You've seen the cover mount, A56. That was the last issue. You've read the blurb. Now buy the book. Cheat mode 2 The Revenge is out now and available only from your friendly neighbourhood mail order department. Read on. He's Smog. Smog's back. Better basic. Additional commands. 06 painlessly. Sounding off. James Pinto starts a new series on exploring the sound possibilities of your CPC's sound chip. Is your Amstrad a mini Fairlight beneath the skin? Read and learn. Next time, well, that's just about covered everything for this month. Next, I'll be detailing the use of sound envelopes, and I'll be looking at the standard envelope facilities of Rainbow's Advanced Music System, RIP, and giving you some tips on their use. By the way, if you have any really amazing sound effects or envelopes that you have created, why not send them to me? See you next time. Faster than ever, Sprites Alive plus compiler, Glencoe software. $29.95 disc, $7.50 upgrade. The release of Sprites Alive was a great boon to basic games programmers on the CPC. It added several extra commands to basics, especially for the creation of games. Now a new version has been released. It comes complete with a compiler to turbocharge your programs. It's combo time again, oh boy. Fancy writing your own super fast games with your very own copy of Sprites Alive? Well, 5 lucky winners will be for free. And to think that all they had to do was answer the 3 little questions. 1. Everyone knows that a sprite is a moving graphic block, but what else can it mean? A. A nimble elf-like creature. B. A can of orange pop. C. A light spar pivoted at the mast and crossing fore and aft quadrilateral sail diagonally, that's not spelled diagonally, to the peak. 2. A compiler converts BASIC to machine code. What kind of language is BASIC? A. A Swahili dialect. B. Interpreted language. C. A sea in northern Europe, connecting with the North Sea by the Skagerrak, Kattegat, and Öresund. 3. The famous massacre of the MacDonald clan by the Campbells took place where? A. Macclesfield. B. Glasgow. C. Glencoe. We want your entries by July 1st. Send them to Sprites Alive Combo, Amstrad Action, Future Publishing. Free for all! The public domain section is rapidly turning into the David Wild section. Yet more excellent software written by the man from within sea is surfaced this month, as Jerry Glenwright finds out. RAM view command. To see what parts of the CPC memory are being used. Hack gives you 17 different commands for delving into the depths of machine code. Doing the boardwalk. Oh. Action test. We finally get to the games. Terrakin and Emotion all in 1 month? We're just too good to you. There's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. And Terrakin, the most evil, destructive, vicious, and downright lethal blast them up to date? Is Empire's Pipe Mania destined for greatness or heading for the tubes? Find out on page 50. As England heads for the World Cup Italia 90, heads for the software charts. Find out which one's got the best chance on page 60. Play it badly and you'll scream. The dawning of a new age of computer games will just thrust with spheres. Preview City. Find out what's coming your way and what you could be missing on page 44. Also reviewed Boulder Dash 4 Construction Kit. Wonder Boy, Micro Mouse, Yogi's Great Escape, World Championship Boxing Manager, The Race, Italian Supercar, World Cup compilation, Space Rider, Guardian 2, Little Puff, Sonic Boom, Ninja Spirit. First we got our previews. Tennis Cup by Lariciel. The World Cup's bid to dominate TV screens this summer faced a strong competition from the test matches in Wimbledon. The French don't understand cricket, so Lariciel has plumped for a tennis sim of epic proportions. AA grabbed hold of the French version, donned its dapper white trainers, and headed out on the court for a knock-up. Tennis is a two-player game. Now that may sound obvious, but it's true. It's a one-on-one duel, and to play it well, you have to be aware of your opponent's position, almost as well as judging the ball's flight. Tennis Cup serves an ace here. The graphics are clear and large, making positioning simple, with the screen split horizontally so you can see the court from behind each player. This means you can watch yourself at the top and at a glance check where the other players moved. So if you're in the right place to hit the ball, it's easy to try and wrong foot the other guy. It also makes the two-player game much more interesting. There's none of the control loss associated with an overhead view, and no one's at a disadvantage by being placed at the far end of the court. Playing in control, though, is the true heart of any good sports sim, and Tennis Cup has it by the wagon load. With a whole range of game and practice options, you can hone true tennis skills before the big tournament. The players scuttle across the court at a mighty pace, though not fast enough to make up for bad footwork. Players can spin or slice the ball, and there's always a chance to use back and forehand if you want to get really technical. The game's finished in French, so all it needs now is a few translations, and we'll be ready for strawberries, cream, and a crushing defeat during Wimbledon fortnight on the TV and at home. With the game's option for choosing between concrete, clay, and grass, it may even last the whole season. Now we've got Hurricane, also by Laura CL. This one may not see the light of day in the UK simply because the massive TV coverage the event got in France failed to materialise here. This is a crying shame, as the game itself is an absolute cracker. Hurricane is a cross-country snowmobile race through the depths of Canada's snow-swept wastes. The game lets you take a seat behind the handlebars and plunge into the wild white yonder. Using a map supplied in the box, there's an option for either following the set track or playing across uncharted terrain, hoping to find a shortcut. The game has been given a comic edge with cartoon races and all manner of woolly hats and gloves. The competition is fierce and regardless. The snowmobile heads straight into the terrain and can also move at a 45-degree and 90-degree angle to allow you to avoid obstacles. Luckily, the snowbikes can also go in reverse, which real ones can't. A useful trick when you have an argument with an immovable rock. Now, there are obvious dangers associated with charging into a forest at 60 mph. They're called trees. Hit a fallen one, and it will either bounce rider and snowmobile into the air and spill you into a drift, or spill you into a drift. At this point, the animation takes over and the little guy jumps up, kicks his machine, and leaps back on. It's one of the most novel and interesting racing sims for a long time, and the graphics used make it great fun to watch and play. Who knows, one day you may get a chance to blast across the race just like the French. Come on, US Gold, let us play too. A great game, but will we see it over here? Got Astro Marine Corps by Dynamic. The Moves bunch, Army Moves, Navy Moves, etc., is back again, and it's been working on something really special for the last few months. It's run away to join the Astro Marine Corps, a hardy band of individuals who are having a little disagreement with a crowd called the Deathbringers. Now, the Deathbringers are an unoriginal bunch and are still intent on conquering the galaxy, even though everyone else has got into cooperation, peace, happiness, and generally being nice to each other. The AMC sends its best trooper, guess who that is, out to stomp the Deathbringers into a righteous style. Armed with a variety of very pretty and highly effective weaponry, the game takes you through 7 murderous levels of explosions, nasties, and traps in a bid to save your beloved planet from destruction. The pics and the scrolling are excellent as per usual. Explosions make your day worthwhile, while the flamethrower on offer is a real showstopper. Best of all, though, are the aliens who run around the place. Slime puddles leap up and swallow Marines whole, as do Little Shop of Horrors style Audrey 2's nest of vines. Firepower and death is all over the place. There are 2 loads, as with most dynamic games, so once you make it through to the second section, you'll never have to fight a pink worm again. AA has seen the finished version and will be bringing you a full review next month. But from what we've seen of it already, looks to be a killer, with one of the biggest and most mobile end guardians yet. One thing though, remember this is a dynamic game, so you can guarantee it won't be a quick finish. First game, Emotion, a US Gold, $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. In 1905, Einstein formulated his first special theory of relativity. When in 1912 he followed this up with the law of photochemical equivalence, the scientific establishment was rocked to its foundations. Einstein had begun a process that eventually would lead to quantum physics, nuclear war, and emotion. Of the 3, emotion wins hands down. You don't need a degree to understand it, and the neighborhood doesn't glow in the dark afterwards. Besides, it's fun, frustrating and pretty. It's a new age computer game that will have you staring goggle-eyed at the screen for months to come. Emotion is an adventure in the world of molecule tugging and towing. You, and for Max Fun, a mate as well, are in control of a small triangular ship. 2 ships, and if there's 2 of you, match. Enclosed in a circular shield. Also, on screen are some rather large coloured balls. Sometimes these are tied together. Sometimes that you are tied to them. Sometimes both ships are strapped together. No great problem until you discover the ropes are elastic. I think there might be a covalent molecular bonds actually. Stretchy rubber things. They allow travel just so far before they fling you off in the opposite direction. The second major actually, stumbling block is the wraparound screen. If you stray off the bottom of the screen, you'll reappear at the top with thrusters firing, a taut rubber rope to contend with, and disaster looming. The aim of this rather odd game is to force spheres of similar colours to collide, making them disappear. With 2 different colours touched, they produce a smaller sphere of a third colour. This small sphere can either be collected immediately, giving you energy, or left to grow into a full-size ball in its own right. After a set period of time, the full-size balls start to pulse, warning that if you don't trash them soon, they'll explode, stripping you of exceptionally valuable energy, and probably, wiping you out altogether. So the priorities vary. You either try to destroy the balls before they explode, or have a go at collecting energy from mismatched collisions, hoping to get beefy enough to survive the next explosion. Alternatively, you may just go for chaos and watch all the pretty balls explode in a cascade of colour. Fatal, but fun. That, in a cold, logical, empirical physics sort of way, is it. The 2 players just try to clear or survive a succession of screens progressing to ever harder levels. But contained within this simple concept is some really nifty gameplay. Subtlety is the key. There's exceptionally little friction in the emotion void, so thrusters have to be used with extreme caution. To get a sphere moving, you'll need to give it a healthy nudge, but once it's off, there ain't no stopping it. Cries of anguish are your only recourse, as the best laid plans of molecules and men are sent awry by freak collisions. To make matters worse is something Uncle Albert wasn't letting on about when he went into detail about subatomic structure. Somebody's been there before, and they littered the place with metallic shapes specifically to wind up the emotional bars. squares, and tubes separate balls that are begging for a quick collision. So any would-be winner has to start using the wraparound just to get their balls to touch. Okay, that's enough. That's enough sniggering. Throw in the few rubbery ropes holding the spheres to the frames, and there's pain in the head, just waiting to happen. Or the confusion of two players going after the same spheres and hordes of small energy balls bouncing all around the shop, and the resultant chaos is magic, pure magic. The real secret of Emotion's success is its fabulous two-player mode. The score gained for collecting energy, touching spheres, and finishing levels is shared. None of this, I got more than you, trash. To survive, you've got to work together with a coherent plan, which is where so many promising Emotion games start falling apart. It's amazing how two ships flying directly towards each other can hit the same object and send it hurtling in the one direction that spells doom so often. Graphically, the game itself couldn't be simpler. The ships are little more than triangles, and the spheres just balls of different sizes and colours. The ropes are simple lines, and the metallic frames are the only arty bits around. This is its charm. Minimalist graphics do have their place, and it's here. Once a sphere has accidentally been hit and split, the game gets confusing enough with ships, ropes, and balls all over the place. Too many tarty picks would have made it unplayable. On the downside, once vast numbers of balls have been created, a slowdown is noticeable. The ships no longer fly so much as chug. Technically a bad point. It actually increases the tension as the moving gets more laboured, the time shorter, and players more desperate. As you'd expect with a game that features subatomic particles, it ain't exactly Symphony City. What noise do pi mesons make anyway? There's a suitably weird intro tune with a few boings during play. Once the game gets underway, though, it's hard to remember if there's any sound. You're too deep in concentration, merely trying to stay alive. Play Emotion for too long and the head throbs. Play it badly and you'll scream. Sit down for the game when you're in tune, and the results are astounding. Balls will collide where and when you wish. Impossible situations are simply solved. Somehow things begin to exhibit a certain rightness that makes all the effort seem worthwhile. If Emotion marks the dawning of a new age of games, then it's a welcome change. It doesn't relax you in the way it claims on the box, but who plays games to chill out? That's what the TVs are for, not your CPC. Games should challenge the wit and dexterity of the player, and you'll never face a harder challenge than level 50 of Emotion. You won't have learned anything useful about quantum physics, but who cares? It's a bit on Albert Einstein it's a bit hard to read. First day target score, reach level 7. Well, that's second opinion, haven't we? Yes. Second opinion, Thrust fans will love it. All those old techniques come flooding back. Two-player mode is the best feature, though, if only because you can't stop bawling instructions at each other. Los Alamos was never like this. Green screen, hard going in green. The verdict, graphics 66%, clear and simple graphics. Nothing special to look at. Sonic's 57%, relaxing tune at the start. Nothing special to hear. Grab factor 93%, instantaneous, spontaneous, addictive power. Something very special to play. Staying power 94%, 50 mind-bending levels. Simply unique. AA rating 92%. Emotion is amazing. Oh. Alright. Let's get started. Alright. we finally get the game. You just got this. Okay. No, we're not cheating. The code monkeys eat jalapenos for breakfast. Okay. Okay, Mark Kirkby, Colin Hogg. Instructions: collide same color balls to destroy them. Different colors generate a pod of a third color. Run over pods for extra energy. Pods expand into new balls if left. Balls explode if left and cost you energy. Yeah, couldn't be simpler. Oh. Play, practice, and control mode. Alright. Just stick one, okay. Players 1. Where's control mode 1 and 2? I guess it's probably directional and maybe tank control. I don't know. I forget. Oh, jeez. Here you go. Oh, jeez. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Right, probably easier if I just get the one in here. Time limit's not very long. Bonus level. Blue pod bonus points. Yellow pod no points. $5,500 points. There you go. Level 5. Oh, jeez. Perfect. Oh, jeez. I did hit it. Yeah. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, whoa, that's close. Oh, this is going to be tough. Oh, not that far up. Oh, jeez. And there we go. And who we did. Level 7. Oh, down, change around. Okay. That's not really what I wanted to do. Oh, great. Oh, jeez. This is chaos. Yeah, just you. Oh, this is going to go terribly. What a mess. What a mess. The stage is going to end. Oh, this is how you get points, that's for sure. Oh, yeah. this is just chaos now. You're just gonna sit here and get points until we die, one of the two. No, I'm gonna be precise though. It's really hard. Are we getting you coming it down here? Oh, god damn it. Control! Yep, did. Do it again! There we go. But getting them all in one go without them exploding is going to be awful. Did. Oh. Here we go again. Oh. Hang on, not collide with each other's. Ugh. No, not that. Not up there, idiot. Ah! And death. Damn it. Damn it. No, no, no. Ah! There we go. Now we should be able to survive that at least. Bonus level. Nope. Okay. Perfect. Oh no, 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 no. I don't want to hit it. We're gonna die. Bonus level. Complete pods faster time. Between pods more points. Oh, what am I doing? 2,200. Alright, off we go. Perfect. Bit more. Oh no! Do it again. Oh, almost. You might did. That'd be it. Game over. Level 14. Huh. That's the emotion. about a quarter of the way through the game. Anyway, we'll move on. Alright, next game. Pipe Mania by Empire. $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. Plumbing has never been a glamorous profession. Given the choice, 9 out of 10 games players say they want to be a movie star and not put their hand down somebody's U-bend. That 1 in 10, however, has played Pipe Mania and knows the world of pipe fitting is about as exciting as mortal man can stand. There's this grid, see, and in the middle is a valve. And in a few seconds that valve will begin to leak horrible green gunge. So fast and decisive action is needed to avert disaster. To save the screen from a soaking, there's a pile of pipe pieces placed to one side. They must be used in sequence to create a circuit through which this liquid can flow for a set number of grid squares. Now the soldering welding business is needed. When fitting the pipes, thankfully, simply guide the cursor over the square you want to plumb in and press the fire button. Then bish bash bosh it's down. Now life would be easier if all the right sections of piping popped up at the right moment. Then any would-be plumber could fly about the screen laying networks of tubes, but that wouldn't be any fun, would it? The pipes are dispensed from a see-through container 4 sections high. The bottom piece is the one you can currently use, but it's also possible to see what the next 3 pieces are to aid in planning for or panicking ahead. With corners, crossroads, straights, and one-way pipes, the wrong bit invariably turns up at the right time. When slime's oozing through the pipe you're already laid, and you desperately need one specific shape to save the day, guess what shape you're bound to be sitting happily at the top of your stack gloating? There are 2 ways to deal with the above situation. Okay, 3 if you count throwing a wobbly. Firstly, you can go to where the right piece of pipe would go if only it would have the decency to show up and keep pressing fire, effectively laying then destroying piece after piece until the right one turns up. Bombing costs points though. More to give a plumbers than can try to use the pieces they don't want at the moment to build the network for later. The danger here is becoming obsessed with the new bit, forgetting the tide of slime is about to spill onto the grid. In 2-player mode, you can try to work as a team, yelling out who's laying what and where. Sounds like Dallas. No, forget I said that. Or if you want to be cruel and go for the big score, you can bomb out opponents' pieces with your own. Points are only scored when the gunge goes through a section of pipe. You can tell the pipes apart because each player has a different coloured set of tubes and a different colour marker. This latter course of action, while fun on the lower levels, won't do either player much good when the going gets tough. On levels 20 plus, the liquid positively spurts out of the valve, and so teamwork's essential just to survive. Every 4 levels there's a password and a subgame. But when you fail to go the distance with a pipe system, then it's game over. No credits, no hope, no future. So passwords are vital if you don't want to play every level, every time. There are masses of little tricks and bonuses for the better player to go for. Using 5 crossroads earns bonus points and looks really pretty, while doing the virtually impossible and filling every eligible square with a connected pipe is score central. On the later levels, there are 36 in all, there are start and finish points, and still a distance quota to meet. Throw in blocked squares and bridges to cross, and it takes on the nightmare proportions of London tube maps in the bathroom variety. While only average on the graphic front and mediocre on the sonic level, Pipe Mania's playability is overpowering. Once you finish a game, you won't want to play anything else until you know every password. More sub-games would have been fun, but even this cannot prize loose Pipe Mania's vice-like addictiveness. So if you ever spring a leak in the middle of the night and need a plumber, but none of them will answer the phone. Just play Pipe Mania. It's probably what they're doing. First day target score. Reach level 8. Level 33 gets nasty. Oh, that's showing off now. Save games like Tetris gone crazy. The verdict. Graphics 66%. Colourful and clear. Limited by the nature of the game. Sonic's 55%. Terrible tune and effects. Grab factor 91%. I haven't read the second opinion, have I? Oh. Grab factor 91%. An instant smash. Password power makes life easier. Staying power 83%. 36 levels of piping hot fun. Play the game. AA rating 88%. One day, all games will be made this way. Second opinion. Plumbing has never been so much fun. Pipe Mania isn't a graphical great, but it has so much playability that it's guaranteed to send you around the bend. Green screen. Green pipe is fine. Alright. Time to play, I guess. Alright. More puzzle time. Original game design, copyright 988 Entertainment International Limited. Original game created by the assembly line. Player 1, please press fire. Player 2, please press fire. Left, right, up, down. Additional design, copyright 989 Lucasfilm Limited. Brian, Paul, Debs, Fred, Eric, Colin, Sarah, Cindy, Dave, Simon. Bombs. This game is bombs, apparently. Alright. Play mode, password, redefine joystick. What's mode? One player, two player, one player trainer, two player trainer, one player expert. Stick with one player. Okay. to 14. Should have gone the other way, shouldn't I? Yeah. Not enough. Game over! Well, that was fun. Try again. Oh, not that way. That's enough. Alright. 14. Hey, got the distance. Was this supposed to be green slime, isn't it? Why is it pink? Level 3. Okay, got a gip thing. Oh god. Nope. It went too quickly. Jeez. Try again. Yeah, that's enough. Nope. That was terrible. It never gives you the piece you want. One more go. enough. That should be enough. Here, meet the distance quota. This time. What am I doing? Come on, no. Yeah. Give me a piece of warmth. Oh, that's Pipe Mania. That went about as well as expected, I guess. We'll move on. Next game. Next game is Micro Mouse by Mastertronic. $2.99 cassette, joystick or keys. It's a well-known fact that the most cost-efficient way to repair supercomputers is to use robot mice. At least it is in Micro Mouse. Here, electronic mice are used to repair the burnt-out circuit boards of computers. But before they can do any of this, they need to be trained. That's your job. You take control of the little rodent as he scampers around the circuit board looking for breaks in the tracks to mend. As always, things aren't as simple as they could be, and miniature baddies patrol the circuit intent on causing as much mischief as they can. The beasties come in 3 varieties. One type runs around the circuit randomly, inflicting damage when it runs over you. Then there are others which actively come looking for you. The third category is a kind that causes damage to the circuit board as well as to your furry friend. Unfortunately, your little mouse is defenseless against these energy zapping nasties, and the only thing for it is to avoid them. Movement is confined to running along the tracks of the circuit board. So if a nasty is heading your way and there's one approaching from behind, then it's curtains. This is one of the game's shortcomings. It's very difficult to avoid collision once there's a beastie on your tail. Graphically, it ain't no oil painting. The backgrounds are not particularly well drawn and the sprites are minuscule. Maybe that's why it's called Micro Mouse. Nevertheless, they are functional and everything looks clear enough. Nothing gets confused with anything else. Sound-wise, the game is a stunner, with a really excellent title tune. You know, the sort of thing, lots of little pitch bend effects in the game, though. It's back to basic spot effects. You can't have everything. The idea behind Micro Mouse sounds good. The game is well programmed and well polished. Sad to say then, when it comes down to playing the game, it rapidly becomes tedious. The nasties become inescapable, and it's just not fun to play. Second opinion, I like the idea, we won't talk about the rest. Green screen, doesn't help. First day target score, get to the second circuit board. The verdict, graphics 59%, small, undetailed sprites. Sonic's 86%, good title tune. Spot effects only in game. Grab factor 57%, interesting concept. Staying power 32%, inescapable baddies. AA rating 48%, quickly becomes boring. Alright. Now hopefully I've got actually got a tape image of this because the disk images have a crack throw that screws everything up basically. What am I doing? Did it change it yet? So hopefully this tape image will just work. The problem is I haven't tested it, so hope it's even the right game. Should be. That's the one. Alright. What am I doing? No disk. Did I reduce the volume on the thing? I think yes I did. Okay. Go fast. Oh, I should probably rewind the tape again, right? And play it. Playing the tape helps. Press play on. It says press play on any key. Just forgot to press play. I think mice. Block one. Here we go. It's loading. Speed this up a bit. Micro mouse goes debugging. Yeah, look at him. It's a little spray can. That's exactly how you do it. Correct 989 Virgin Mastertronic. He's broken his way through the circuit board. I'm sure that's exactly how to fix things. Speed this up again. Rocker Mouse Goes Debugging. Published by Virgin Mastertronic, developed by MC LaFlorian. Jay Atkinson, programming, visuals. Tim Holland, visuals. Pete Tong, Sonics. Yay. Let's go. Rocker Mouse Goes Debugging, published by Virgin Mastertronic, developed by MC LaFlorian, programmed by John Atkinson. Oh, look at him! Twisted. Top 10 mice. Hasselhoff barefoot. Raislint the god. Caraman the drunk. Dennis the two-timer. Lorena the man-eater. Flint Firegrate. Stern Brightblade. Kindar Rule OK. Talamar the Lark Elf. Kaz is a cut purse. Okay. Mastertronic presents Micro Mouse Goes Debugging. The Z80 circuit. Programming by John Atkinson. Visuals by A Sprite and John Atkinson. AY Sonics by ACOM Unist File. And Steve won't get his name in this game, but I will. Trainor says hi creeplings. Pete says low me man. Okay. Joe says who put the bop in my zigga zing zang? Oh fire upon me, tipping and tapping all day long. With no Ming for a Finkel. Save for the hoppings of cooling. Batteries and a cup of tea. What? Okay. Start the game. Oh, here's our game. Ow! My mouse is dead. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Well, this is hard. Hey, that wouldn't work. Fixed. We did a thing. Where's... Okay. Ow. Oh. We done? Okay. Press fire. Do we get our life back? We do. Ow. Ow. Oh, well done, Mousy. You're in the top 10 mice. Oy. One will go. Boom, boom. Where's the brake? There it is. Hit it. Oh. Go. Oh, here it is. Oh. Gotta find it. Gotta find where the brakes are. Around here somewhere. Here it is. It's not it. We've still got more to get. Oh, yeah, there's two there. Go, 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 go. Yo. Still more. What to do in one stage? Wow, did it again. What the? God damn it. Here's come on, where is it? Oh, here it is. Done. Can I go this way too? No. Go at the bottom screen, huh? Come on. That's a dead end. Because that just goes through from one side of the screen to the other. Oh, we can go across here. Okay. So you don't make it easy. It's only the second stage. Is it parallax I see in the bottom there? Get it? We've done it? No? Ow. Well. Ah, that's Micro Mouse. Let's move on. Alright, next game is Yogi's Great Escape by Hightech, $2.99 cassette, joystick with keys. Jellystone Park is to close for the season. All the animals are to be taken to the zoo. All that is, except for Yogi Bear. And hearing the bad news, Yogi vows to escape, so off he trots through Jellystone Park in his bid for freedom. He's not going to get away that easily, however. Hot on the trail is Ranger Smith. If Yogi doesn't get a move on, he'll be spending summer under lock and key after all. Yogi is aiming to spend his unofficial vacation in the city, New York City. And the journey is not a short one. Neither is it a straightforward. Yogi will have to make his way through the most hostile terrain on this side of the Rockies if he is to get there. Luckily, there's plenty to eat on the way, courtesy of loads of unguarded picnic hampers. Enough to appease even the hungriest bear's appetite. Yogi's Great Escape is a platform jumping game. The big bear has to jump from ledge to perilous ledge to make progress. There's plenty of obstacles to negotiate too, ranging from natural hazards to trained trappers and moving platforms. When the right-hand edge of the screen is reached, the view flicks to the next screen. The levels are quite long, and with 6 of them in total, there's a fair amount to the game. Backgrounds are all nicely drawn in a simple cartoon style. The sprites look good, as does Yogi himself. There's no tune in the game, and spot effects are rudimentary and minimal. Yogi is easy to control. The obstacles, whilst tricky at first, can be learned and mastered. Only one real criticism of the game: where's Boo Boo? First day target score: reach the forest. Second opinion: a good looking, playable and fun budget game. Great for the kids. Green screen loses a lot of its charm. The verdict, graphics 70%, instantly recognisable. Sonic's 48%, no tune. It's not always a bad thing. Grab factor 66%, easy to control. Staying power 67%, 6 difficult levels. They're all essentially the same. AA rating 68%, smarter than the average game. Okay. Alright. Yogi's Great Escape, copyright high-tech software, 1990. Infinite. No. No. Not cheating. Program Dave Thompson, graphics Ken Jarvis, copyright 1990. PAL Developments, produced by High Tech Software Limited, under license from Hanna-Barbera. Joystick. And continue. Off we go. Jellystone Park. Oh, there's Boo Boo right there. Fire to jump. How uncivilized. Oh, we made it. I gotta jump across here. Alright. Where's a thing? Snake, we gotta get over that snake. There we go. Oh boy. Oh no! This is gonna be rough. How do you get onto it? It's a difficult bit. Oh. Game over. That jump is evil. You can do small jumps, I suppose. That's what you gotta do, I suppose. Yeah, like that. Or you just bounce your head. Why is that? I'll put the basket right here. What am I doing? Oh no, careful. Okay, back here again. Nope, no, it was too small a jump. Yes, you can. This jump is stupid. Oh, you just walked off. God damn it. Why is this at the beginning of the game? I've definitely got past that before. Usually, usually checkpoint you after it if you miss it, but nah, not this time apparently. Oop, I missed the key, huh? No, it's taking me back again. Get the key at least. Nope. Oh, there we go. Oh, he made it. Oh, can't jump up there though. Maybe we haven't got this far before. Did I think it past there? Can jump over? Oh, never mind. Can't jump over him. Game over. Do it again. Oh, we've got to jump over here. Oh, she's. No, we did it again. Oh, back we go. Oh, I've got to get the key again. Okay. Oh no. Oh, Yogi fell to his death. Back you go. Back you go. Back you go. Okay. Oh, here we go. Bird. Okay, there's nothing. Hurry up! Oh, jeez, time's running out. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to hurry up, but no! Ugh. Wait, it had to be a time limit. Do it all again. Only got 3 minutes. Can't think about the goddamn thing. Okay. Oh, that's a conveyor belt. There you go. We finished the stage. Level complete. The forest. Another conveyor belt. Oh no! Oh, didn't jump too late. Well, we've got to see stage 2. Something. Uh, we'll move on. We've had enough of this already. Next game. Probably last game for the night. Oh. Maybe not yet. We've played Boulder Dash before, so we don't need to play it again, do we? Boulder Dash Construction Kit. High-tech. $2.99 cassette. Joystick keys. No, I cannot read this. Rockford has been a superhero for years now. The first Amstrad appearance was covered in the very first issue of AA. Now he's back for a budget re-release. But how does the mid-80s hero fare in the big bad 90s? No, I'm not going to read the rest of that. It's a re-release. First day target score, 20,000 points. Second opinion, a genre that's as old as the hills, but really is a classic. Green screen. Green rocks are just as hard. Green diamonds just as valuable. The verdict, graphics 23%. Well, it is an old game. Sonics 19%. Limited effects. Grab factor 88%. Looks well dated. Instantly addictive. Staying power 87%. Access to all levels allows you to see everything. Once you've completed all the screens, design your own. AA rating 79%. A gem. Huh? The screens are structured so that at first they seem impossible to do, but once you've worked out how to complete each one, it becomes fairly straightforward. Not so easy that you can relax though. There's still enough to keep you on your toes. Every 4 levels is a bonus screen where you can attempt to claim an extra life. Okay. Wonder Boy, again another re-release which we've played before. By the Hit Squad, $2.99 cassette, joystick or keys. Kitted out and knelt but a nappy, Wonder Boy must nevertheless brave the elements in search of his girlfriend, Tina. She has been captured by an evil king. As it happens, the king resides far away, and Wonder Boy will have to make his way through several perilous landscapes before he can attempt a rescue. Wonder Boy is a cutie game. It has been around for yonks, and it shows. Large cartoon graphics are a bit limited, backgrounds get repetitive, and the sprites don't have too many frames of animation, so the action is by no means as smooth as it could be. At first the poor lad is unarmed. Luckily, giant eggs can be cracked open to reveal all sorts of goodies. A throwing axe is particularly welcome, as the baddies are plenty. Most can be jumped over, but the axe makes things darn sight easier. Other things on offer are skateboards, complete with crash helmet and protective fairies. It's a horizontally scrolling jumping game where you make your way from left to right across the screen. The game consists of 7 lands to conquer. Each land is split into 4 territories, and these territories are again made up of 4 zones. Each getting killed towards the end of a level means that you don't have to start the whole thing again. You merely go back to the last zone, thank goodness. The game has an incredibly tedious tune consisting of just 2 chords alternated. The effects, however, aren't too bad, and luckily the music can be switched off. Wonder Boy is quite good fun to play. The character reacts well to the controls, and there's plenty of game to get through. It's entertaining enough, but ultimately is limited by its repetitive nature. First day target score reaches second land. Second opinion, it looks incredibly dated, but that puts you off even though it's actually quite playable. Green screen, no harm done. The verdict, graphics 56%, large cute sprites, badly animated. Sonic's 37%, reasonable effects, naff tune. Grab factor 64%, fairly easy to pick up. Doesn't look terribly inspiring. Staying power 61%, large playing area. Becomes monotonous. AA rating 62%, a reasonably enjoyable little game. Stone Age Entertainment still works though. Okay, I guess we get this one out of the way then. World Championship Boxing Manager by Goliath, $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. One punch can shake the world. James Buster Douglas proved that by flooring a very rusty Iron Mike Tyson. Well, now World Championship Boxing Manager gives everybody the chance to become a Terry Lawless or Angelo Dundee, guiding a stable of heavyweight fighters towards fame, fortune, or a serious kicking. Using a quick flick icon screen, the game is run from an office containing all those essential items a successful manager needs. Files are in the cabinet with the dirt on every active boxer. Lists of forthcoming bouts arrive by post, while a phone and file of facts sit on your desk. Through the door is the physio and gym where your lads are patched up and trained, starting with up to 4 fighters at the tender age of 18. You must give them a chance to become a contender, pushing and shoving for the title, heavyweight champion of the world. The choices centrally concern arranging and watching fights, whilst making sure everyone gets training and medical treatment between bouts. There's no money involved. Give the other managers, all of which are trying for a title shot themselves, a decent share of the purse for a sensible match, and it's fight time. What makes Manager Sims so dull is the lack of action. Historically, they've been all work and no play, with the manager getting a disjointed second-hand account of a match, and no influence over events. WCBM is different. With each fight over 12 rounds, you get a minute between each round to repair, refresh, and redefine your fighter's tactics. If your boy's been taking a pasting, then it's time to touch up the cuts and bruises with the swab and irons. If the opponent's fading, you can cut your fighter loose in time to go for a KO. WCBM's fights are described in detail. The limit on the number of fighters in one stable keeps the game quick, while the lack of a money element is a positive knockout blow. Many good sims are ruined by throwing the player into a complex financial arena with no information about the true value cost of personnel or prize money. Consequently, any would-be manager spends the first couple of years, if they last that long, making error after error learning the ropes. Also, WCBM. Here, only the percentage of the purse is important, leaving the manager free to take care of those matters of minor interest, like winning. The claims on the box of brilliant graphics are a tad overstated, but not wholly untrue. At least there's something other than text to look at. The belts with the boxer's face getting marked up during the fight are good too. These touches take WCBM into a different league to your average run-of-the-mill, ho-hum everyday kind of management sim. It's fun, fast, and mildly educational if you throw the noble art, but are too sensible to climb in the ring. This could be the next best thing. Besides, the more people who play the game, the more chance we have of ever getting a British heavyweight champ. First day target score. Win the area championship. The damage meter tells you how the fight is going. Send your boxer to the gym for some specialist coaching. Another day in the office for a boxing manager. The damage meter tells you how the fight is going. They did that twice, huh? Second opinion. If you like using brains instead of brawn, fair enough. Otherwise, it's more fun in the ring. Green screen. No different. The verdict. Graphics. 62%. Not stunning, but thorough. Sonics. 0%. Silence reigns. Grab factor. 66%. Boxing fans only. Well, mainly. Staying power. 88%. Titles are hard to win. And even harder to keep. AA rating. 71%. No Sugar Ray, but a solid pro. Okay. Alright. English, French, Italiano. English. World Championship Boxing Manager. Subutio, the football game. Extra. Have you got Tracksuit Manager? Well, we'll be getting onto that one. Do you want to load a previously saved game? No. No. Down to sleep? No, okay. Congratulations! The governing bodies of boxing have granted you a license to become a fight promoter and manager. Please enter your name for our records. You now have the option of entering up to 5 new recruit boxers to your stable. Here we go. I can't think of names. It's obviously. Should probably change that. Guaranteed wrecking position. Average purse percentage. 40% to start with. Total fight, none. I'm not going to be that confident yet. Are you sure? Sure. A boxer? No. I want to alter any of 100 boxes, the 100 boxes' names. No. Please wait. Right. Tuesday, January 1st. Get him in the gym. I'm going to put a box into training. Yes. Only 3 options at one time. Get a week of that in. Next opponent. Should probably go here first, right? Any details of your boxes? Sure. Fighting fit. You're clear. Okay. The boss. I think that's me. Phone. Advance the date. Not yet. A filing cabinet here. Contracts. Fight records. Rankings. Okay. Good names here. Bob Bond. Okay. Fight diary. We have no fights coming up other than these. So absolutely nothing to do with us. Scouts. And apparently these people. Bob B, Ted Bear, Bill Board. Good name. Billboard's bringing to us a range of fight. Sure. Ray Kitchen. Lowest ranking. You have the best chance. Governing body. Sure. It's got possibility. In how many weeks? 3 weeks. What percent do you expect? 50%. You're being greedy. Try again. I think we've got a fight on our hands. Contact the board for consent today, or the deal is off. Okay. Happy with the boxing board? How can we help you? Confirm fight. Been consenting. I've decided to approve the proposal. Good. So that's what? 3 weeks' time. Advance the day. How's he doing? Peak condition. Okay. Good. Okay. Now we advance the day a bit or whatever. Tonight is the fight night. Do you want to go to the fight? You have no fights booked. Sure, we can go to a fight. Watch the fight, go to the exit. You need to watch a fight. Oh, do you want to watch this fight? Sure, let's go. Seconds out, round 1. Broadband left hook to the head, dodged. Broadband right uppercut to the body, blocked. Scanlan right hook to the body. Broadband throws a combination right to the head, blocked. Left to the head. Broadband powerful right jab to the body, blocked. Scanlan throws a combination right hook to the body, blocked. Straight right to the body, blocked. Broadband throws a combination left hook to the head, right hook to the body, dodged. Scanlan hard right jab to the body, blocked. Scanlan left uppercut to the body, blocked. Scanlan right to the head, blocked. Broadband throws a combination right to the body, blocked. Left to the body, blocked. Right to the body. Scanlan right jab to the head, blocked. Exactly what boxing commentaries are like. Scanlan throws a combination right hard hook to the body, blocked. Straight right to the body, blocked. Broadband throws a combination right uppercut to the body, blocked. Left to the head. Scanlan powerful left to the head, blocked. Scanlan throws a combination to the body, blocked. Left to the body, blocked. Let's go. Oh, bell rings in a round. Seconds out, round 2. And nothing is happening. Scanlan left hook to the head, blocked. Broadband right to the body, blocked. And this goes on. Broadband has been cut. Scanlan right hook to the body, blocked. Scanlan hard right hook to the head, blocked. Scanlan throws a combination right hook to the head, right jab to the head, blocked. Broadband throws a combination right to the head, blocked. Hard left to the body, blocked. There's a lot of blocking happening here. Broadband throws a combination left to the head, blocked. Right uppercut to the head, blocked. Scanlan right uppercut to the head. Oh, Scanlan right to the head, dodged. Bell rings in a round. Seconds out, round 3. Speed this up a bit. Bell rings in a round. See that, round 4. Oh, up on one knee, stands up. Oh, Scanlan goes down. Up on one knee, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stands up. Ref halts the fight. He goes down there. Ref stops the fight. Too much punishment. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by a TKO is Clinton Broadbent. You want to watch this fight? No, we've had enough of that already. I'd do. Been a couple of weeks yet. Jose Perez. No. Joel Wooland. No. Who by KO is Fernando da Silva. It has just arrived. Do you want to read it? Sure. Results from last night. Broadbent beats Scan. Oh yeah, we get results anyway. So technical knockout. Round 9. Well, in a while. There's some road work for 5 days. Have a relaxing weekend or something. Oh, fight Bill. is next week. Fight diary we've got. This is next week. Next week. Notes. Speed sluggish. Oh. Stamina fades fast. Accuracy very accurate. Defense not impressed. Strength powerful lad. Cuts could be his downfall. Durable pretty good. Well, that's all the confidence we need. Where we have this. Well, usually I just keep them on the road work just to keep things easy a little bit. We'll just fast the another 2 days. Tonight is fight night. Do you want to go to the fight? No. Please wait. A letter just arrived. Do you want to read it? Sure. These are the results. Round 10 on points. Is it 10 round fights? Okay. 10 on points. Technical knockout. Okay. Fight diary. $18. Oy. How's he doing? Peak condition, fighting fit. Peak condition. Okay. He's fine. Take a break from that. Right, 1, 2. There's your rod. Do you want to read it? Here we go. We got a thing here. Yeah, that's next week. Stamina fades fast. Dribble, pretty good. Oops. Okay. This is exciting gaming. Right. There's no fights booked. So no. Is this right there? Yep. Knockout. That for the next 7 days. Fights in 6 days. Let's do 5 days here. Okay. Just wait and go until fight night. Oh, what we got? Oh, this is this week. Keep going. Well, physio here strained his ankle. Clear up in 2 days. Okay, boss. Okay. Strained his ankle. Oh boy. What a time for that to happen. Stop there. Just, we can't do. Oh, and you can only do weights. Okay. You can only do weights. Oh, what are we doing? Nope. Getting back on those weights again. His injury's cleared up. Oh, 1 day, so. Oops. 1 day. Okay. See what happens. Boy's first fight. Tonight is fight night. Do you want to go to the fight? Yes, your boxer is fighting. To watch the fight, go to the exit. Do you want to watch this fight? No. Please wait. Referee has scored this contest 94-98. The winner is Saido Sawa. Woohoo. Watch this fight. No. Please wait. Referee has scored the contest 97-91. The winner is Ruben Maniero. Watch this fight. No. No, TKO is Jose Pachin. Your boxer is fighting, in case you forgot. So yes, we'll watch this. Oh, you got a face. Let's go. Seconds out, round 1. Combination, right hook of the head, blocked. Ow. What does I do? Not blocking. Ow. Right hook to the head. Bell rings. End of round. Altered tactics. Jab and move. Let's go with that. Bell rings. End of round. Fight dirty. I said it's an option. Go natural. Right, round 3. Ooh, right to the head. Oh wow, how's it way after 11 o'clock? Have you been playing this that long? Oh, let's swing this up then. Bell rings in around. 10 boxer. Go again. Round 4. Ooh. Bell rings in around. Tick with the natural. Bell rings in around. for head. Just for change. See what happens. Oh. Oh. Clash of heads. Uh-oh. A little cut on the eye there. Do the same, go for head. So is that round 7? Oh. Oh, you're going down. We've gone down. Well, get up. Get up. Oh, well. Knock out. There we go. We lost. Woohoo.